You are now stepping to the ledge.
Now recording.
Welcome everybody back to another episode of The Ledge. I am your host, Ken Bro, and I am here with the fellas again. G, say what's up to the people.
What's cracking, people?
To country, speak to the people.
You ain't gonna say nothing?
Yo, what's
Two
up,
country?
everybody? My internet fucking up.
The
That's
local
essential.
hero, speak your shit.
What up, everybody? It's the local hero, aka the last action hero.
Now Arnold, huh?
All right, so today's topic we're going to jump into is Chicago neighborhood then and now. And today to join us on such topic, we have Mr. Christian Dior with us again. What's up, man? How you feeling?
Yeah.
I'm good. You better know it. You better goddamn know it. Run now, motherfucker.
Hold on. I got a question for you. We always ask everybody from Chicago this question. Favorite pizza place?
Oh, right now I gotta go
He
with
gonna
Fields
say
up in
Domino's.
Bridgeport. Right now.
Domino's.
Fields
you
up
say?
in Fields up in Bridgeport
No,
right now.
somebody
is
said
crushing.
Domino's trying to insult us. Dude.
I
Somebody
gotta
said
try.
Domino's.
I gotta try Fields then.
Fields.
Now, is
Fields
Bridgeport
Pizzeria.
Okay.
now is Bridgeport how Bridgeport used to be, or did Bridgeport ease up off that bullshit?
They eased
In
up
my
off that
opinion,
bullshit.
bro, it's not even remotely close. The only thing over there is like the little small families and shit that still hold on to they old roots, and then the police department over there could still have that kind of
But a
way.
lot
But it's
of
more blended
Asian.
now. Yeah, it's
because
more
the Asians
Asian
that moved over there.
and Latin over there now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I remember we was getting to it with them fucking Irish motherfuckers over there.
Nah,
For
this
real.
is Bridgeport is
Oh, man.
decent.
I mean, we can't forget the brother. What was his name?
I know you're talking about. My man got jumped out there. I
Man.
can't think of his name.
Leon, something or the other. I gotta look it up. But yeah, the young brother, he's our age, bro. Was stomped out, beaten to a coma just for riding his bike through that neighborhood. So
And
I'm gonna
that
tell you
happened
how
when we was in
crazy
high
it
school.
was. The Italians from my hood went over there to fuck them boys up. They was like, yo, come on, man, we ride. I said, where the fuck we going? Bridgeport. Fuck them motherfuckers, man. You black, come with us. I said, okay.
So I got a funny ass story, right? I was at a little dive bar over in there. Actually, we was at a dive bar. We ended up going to somebody's house party, right? And I was dating this this chick. She was Sicilian at the time. Me and her kicking it. She was Sicilian at the time. That's funny. We kicking it or whatever.
You know,
I should
You out
change the
that
race.
that's just regular Italian.
Right. We kicking it or whatever, and one of her girls say, hey, that's such and such over there, pointing at this white kid, Italian kid. And she say his name, and she was like, yeah, that's such and such son. He's the kid that beat that. Was it Leonard Clark? Leonard Clark?
Something around. It sounds familiar, but I know it's
Something
something with an L.
Yeah. Anyway, she like, yeah, that's the one that beat that kid and blah, blah, blah. And was like, it was a prideful moment. But my girl looked at her like Shorty was turned on. She, fully fucking wet over here because this dude then walked in. But they acknowledged him that way. So, and that wasn't that long ago. That was, how long ago was Vicky? About 15 years? That wasn't that long ago. You know what I'm saying? And those neighborhoods are still kind of reflecting of that. So
It happened
It ain't
January
completely
19th,
gone.
2000. No, it happened in 1997.
I was just gonna say we was in high school. He's probably a year younger than us.
Leonard Clark.
Okay.
Yep.
Damn.
Oh, I'm
Just a
sorry. It
random
happened October 16th, 1998. He was 13 years old. He was a few years younger than us. It was all right.
Yeah, them Italians just roll to that bitch all the time. They ain't like
Frank
them Irish.
Caruso Jr. beat 13-year-old
Frank
Leonard
Caruso,
Clark.
that's his name. Yep.
Yes.
Frank Caruso.
Straight.
So it was 4 kids involved in that. But Frank Caruso Sr. was like a mob figure. So his son was kind of like, it was a little more illuminated because of who he was.
That is.
If you ever
They
listen
said
to
he's friends with the
podcast,
attacker now. Fuck up
Fuck all
out of
that.
here.
Yo, if you ever listen to this podcast, I don't give a fuck if y'all have something to do with that. Y'all could eat a bag of rhinoceros dicks. Fuck y'all. Die slow.
Yeah. I
And I hope
mean,
your kid have a sloped head and they can't shave his shit right.
But you got to put some hippopotamus dick in there too, though, man.
Or they give him as a Gumby.
Fucking big jokes on the ledge, boy. I swear.
Let's
He
get into
straight went
it.
to the man's lining.
Let's get into this shit. I hope his shit start. I hope he get a Jerry. I hope his kid is born with a Jerry Rice hairline. I'm talking about after he retired. Fuck him.
no, fuck it, bro.
All right, so what we gonna who want to start off the show with talking about the neighborhood? Let's
pick a
see.
person.
You call them out, shit.
Any, many, miny, mo. We gonna let the special guest go first. Christian Dior.
Yeah.
Shout out to Hood. Shout out to Hood first. Where was you from? Where was you at in the 90s?
All right, so I was born 1980, man. On the head, the best year for any motherfucking human being to be born.
All day.
was 2 years
Born and
later.
raised
All
in
day.
Bronzeville back in the 80s. So we still had tight structure in terms of like, just community and for the first part, but just, on the other side of that, outside the law, our street gangs had better organization. The 80s were like their strongest point, you know what I mean? Like, so our communities was dope as hell, bro. Like Bronzeville was legit, and I grew up with that remembrance of old Bronzeville. When I got to about maybe 6th or 7th grade, all that shit was over with. All them we shall overcomes and shit went straight in the garbage. Them motherfuckers was going crazy, bouncing off the fucking walls. So it's tough for me to pick a neighborhood that I thought was gonna be cool, but it turned out to be fucked up. Because most of the neighborhoods that I moved in was like pretty much easier than fucking Bronzeville. But if I had to pick one, I'd have to say when I moved over in the Marquette Park neighborhood, it wasn't that I had expectations on it being better. I just didn't think nothing of it. I didn't realize how much motherfucking Arab dudes gangbang.
Yes.
Like Arab dudes get down, G. We had a guy, shout out to KGB, Crazy Get Down Boys. Those was my homies, man. One time my brother, he in a wheelchair and shit. He was coming from the crib, coming from the store, and some cats just started shooting or whatever. It was kind of like a little chaotic, man. These homies came and grabbed my brother, like, man, we finna help you get in the crib, bro. These niggas out here trying to get at us. And they assisted my brother up the stairs in the crib, made sure he was safe and everything, bro. So shout out to the KGB cats. Love you boys. Hope y'all safe. But nigga, when I tell you, them boys was tearing shit up. They knocking motherfucking fixtures off of shit around that motherfucker.
Wow. Let's see. We're gonna go with the local hero next.
All right, well, shout out to Vice City, the Ville. Shout out to 1410, the Dime, the Back, all that. Man, I came right after the crack epidemic. Man, I could have made some money in the 80s. I was born in 82. All right, so, dude, shit was wild because the GDs and the BGs was beefing, man. Everybody was popping at everybody, man. Shit with drive-bys was happening, man. Bullets whizzing past. Motherfuckers out there hustling. The cops all hot. Jump out boys throwing shit on you, man. That shit was crazy, man. I'm telling you this one story. This is when I learned to hate the cops. This one incident taught me how to hate cops. I think I had to be about 13, 14 years old. I'm walking down Taylor Street. I got a bet. We're going to play baseball. So I stop in Sobs. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? They know me and stuff. So I stop in Sobs, get some tips, a quarter juice. Y'all motherfuckers don't know shit about quarter juices because y'all ain't got that shit no more. So I come out the motherfucking joint. And it was a black cop. This is what pissed me off. It was a black cop. I come out there. We like, yeah, man, let's go play some ball, man. Yeah, I'm like, man, I'm ready to play, right? This motherfucker stopped me. What did you say? I said, yeah, I'm ready to play. Now, the owner from the fucking store is standing out there. He said, you said you're going to hit somebody with that bat? I said, no. I said, I'm going to play baseball, dude. What are you talking about? The owner like, no, he didn't say nothing like that. We sitting here. We heard what he said. This motherfucker took my bat, man. He's like, now get the hell out here before I arrest you. I was like, oh, okay. That's my first run in with a coon. And ever since then, man, black cops been the worst. But yeah, shit used to be crazy. But we gentrified. So we got all types of people there. And what pisses me off about the gentrification is that they forget who was there first. Like I remember before I left and came to the East Coast, we'll be sitting in the back, we'll be grilling, chilling out, you know what I'm saying, listen to some music, nothing serious. And this Asian family with this little waterhead baby that cried all the time. These motherfuckers are called security on us all the fucking time, dude. All the time. Security come back there like, we know y'all ain't doing shit, man. We just got to show up. Y'all already know who the fuck calling. I'm like, yeah. Then we had this one little security bitch. These motherfuckers, first of all, in the 90s, they wouldn't even be driving through here like that. They never even went past Roosevelt. They stayed in our area because they know it was safe. So every time I see this bitch will stop me, right? I'm sitting outside barbecuing one day. I'm by myself waiting for Tim G to get over there. You know what I'm saying? I'm just grilling everything. Bitch asked me the dumbest question I ever heard in my life. She's like, do you live here? I'm like, no, I just broke in the house, stole his grill. I figure I'll cook before he get here and then run away. I said, see, that's a dumb question. You know how y'all say, I'm talking to my cousin. I said, you know how you say ain't no such thing as a dumb question? That's a dumbass question. And we ain't gonna get in what the fuck was that on Western? St. Whatever the fuck that was. St. Stephen's. We ain't gonna get in that. That shit was crazy. Yeah, St. Stephen's was crazy all the time. Shout out to Tall Breed, man. Shout out, Cuzzo. What up, man?
I'm glad they was thrown off so hard that motherfuckers ain't get jumped. But gee, what's your input, man?
Man, this might be a little winded. So this is a series of incidents. It's the reason why I think the way I think. So I grew up on 79th, but I was pretty much raised in the hundreds. You know what I'm saying? The hundreds, different story for a different time. I actually do prefer, whenever that conversation come up about the hundreds, that Chris is here, because
I knew you was going to say that shit.
Whether he know it or not, somebody in his family had a lot to do with the situations that happened to me and what I learned in the hundreds and how I perceived the hundreds and the reason why my respect for the hundreds is what it is. But the hundreds is not the place that surprised me. Don't get me wrong. I was young when I went to the hundreds. You know what I'm saying? So it surprised me in a way that it was unexpected. It's not like I thought it was great or bad. It was just not what I expected at all. You know what I'm saying? Living on 119th. But it was the shit. It was the motherfucking shit. The place that caught me off guard 100% was actually the east side, 71st over east. Moved over there. And I was in college during this time frame. And I've never seen a series of incidents like I seen on the east side. You know what I'm saying? I used to have to do this walk from Jeffrey to Paxton down 71st. This was before I started, knocking cars down like that. So I used to go through what I don't even know. I didn't even know the game sets I was walking through. Nothing like that. All I know is this. I used to come home late. I'd be walking to the crib. I remember the first week over there, I'm walking to the crib and shit. I see a van upside down, just sitting like in a parking space. We talking about, a 15 passenger cargo van. We talking about a cargo van just sitting literally upside down, 4 wheels in the air, dead dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, Joe, this fuck that happened. You know what I'm saying? A couple of weeks after that and shit, I realized, it's only one candy store over there. One store really where you can just go grab anything you want, little corner stores and shit. About 3 weeks after living over there, another store opened up. And he had everything, man. He had all of the candy. Like he had everything, plus he had everything the other store had, plus some. And so I'm walking right past.
I think he just went out.
Damn.
Punk ass kids don't know nothing about candy stores. These bitch motherfuckers buy that shit off Amazon now.
That's because his lazy ass ain't never walked nowhere. They had the fucking internet knew it was a lie. This nigga said he walked. Cut him off. Cut him off.
Kids don't know what it's like talking shit in somebody's face, and then you get punched in the face.
Greg, let me tell y'all, nigga, we used to leave 31st, right? Dumbo on 31st. We would walk up out that bitch trying to go to 35th, get us something to eat. Nigga, Greg would stop 2 blocks away. We ain't been walking a good 3 minutes. This motherfucker like, hold on, G. Nigga,
Hello?
what?
Yeah,
Can't tell. I'll finish the story later.
Hold on, where I cut out at?
Welcome to the candy store.
Okay.
Walking to the candy store.
Walking to the candy store, and the motherfucker was blown up. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker blew the shit up. I instantly assumed the other candy store did it. You know what I'm saying? So this is the first. This is in the first month
Candy
that I'm
store
over there.
wars.
Candy store wars, G. No joke. So then I'm getting the dealings with the peoples and shit. You know what I'm saying? I keep a pistol on me, so I'm never like truly worried about shit. But this was a little time later and shit. Motherfuckers started looking at me like I'm crazy. I wear my head to the right. Like I said, I don't even know what gang's over there. You know what I'm saying? I haven't learned. But what I did know one thing, I knew the goon squad was over there. And I did know that during my walk, I had to be walking past the goon squad at some point in time or another. You know what I'm saying? That I did know. I seen them do shit. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? You always knew when Bump was over there. You always knew because it's like motherfuckers got ready. He used to be at Champs and shit. You know what I'm saying? Plus, my little man's Rico from the East Side. He actually went to school with us. I used to catch him over there and shit. Used to holler at him, fuck with him and shit. Then I got into an incident. This is when I'm fucking with cars and shit. So I drive down to the restaurant on Jeffrey and shit. I go inside the motherfucker. And I guess I made an impression. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers see me walk past every fucking day. They felt like they needed to let me know, or they needed to express it out loud how they felt about people walking through their neighborhood who they didn't know. And all I'm thinking is, he talking to me. So I'm standing up there, I'm waiting on my food. They sitting at the table and shit. So I turn around, I look at these niggas like, so this is what we on right now. All right, cool. So I walk back outside. I go in my car, pull my pistol out, come back in the store with it in my hand and shit. The dude behind the fucking window looked at me. He knew I wasn't on shit, but he seen the pistol. He ain't say shit. I made sure they could see it though. I had it in my right hand. I had my right arm toward them because my whole thing is I'm about to walk back up out of this store with my food and ain't nobody gonna say shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't come here for trouble, but nigga, I'm 5 feet tall, motherfucker. You bring it, I'm gonna bring it. You want to see a grenade explode? Be my guest. You know what I'm saying? So motherfuckers, they stop, they cease with their little talking and shit. You know what I'm saying? I see the motherfuckers, I'm looking at them through the camera and shit. They tapping each other and shit, pointing and whatnot, this, that, and the other. Then 2 days after that, somebody ended up in the garbage can. My mom telling me and shit like, man, you know, they found somebody up in the garbage can. And I'm like, what? And so she showed me the little paper. They got a little South Shore paper and shit to tell you like everything that go on and shit. So I found out motherfuckers around there, what they do is they break in motherfuckers' cribs. So I'm like, damn, like, these motherfuckers fucking get down over here. So then I started meeting people fucking around, kicking it up in the blocks and shit over there. Once you start kicking in the blocks, you find out ain't nothing nice, ain't shit good over there. I'm talking about they got this little spot called the Maze. Good luck you get caught up in there. Because if you ain't walking, you ain't getting out of there, nigga. Because them niggas, they know the street so well. It's only 2 ways to get inside of the maze and get out of the maze. And if you don't know the alleys, nigga, you will never get outside of the maze. Motherfucker, you need to walk in the maze. If you gonna fucking drive, you park on a different block and you walk over to the blocks that's considered the maze. Because driving in there and pulling the wrong stunt, you won't drive up out of there for facts. For facts, I seen that happen. Those are facts. Motherfucking, so I'm like really getting an understanding of what's going on over here. Then I got introduced to a new situation of what they do over there and shit. You know what I'm saying? I meet this chick and I ain't think nothing of it with meeting her. It wasn't until my brother met this chick that finally understood what was going on over there and shit. They chicks, they approach dudes and they get them with them. They cool, this, that, and the other. But they set them up to get robbed, set them up to get fucking knifed and shit like that. Like, outside of the hundreds, day for day, that's the grimiest neighborhood I've seen. You know what I'm saying? That's the grimiest I've seen. And like straight up. Like the hundreds, that's a different story. That's a story for another time right there. That's the hundreds is, I love the hundreds. I love the east side though. That's the fucked up part about it, because out of all of that, what set me off with the east side is it looks good. You know what I'm saying? You move over there, the streets look decent. You know what I'm saying? It's these big dumbass apartments and shit look like lofts and shit. You know, you don't think nothing of it when it look like that. But nah, man, nah. That's the neighborhood that probably caught me by surprise the most. Previous to moving over there, I've been over there, in that particular neighborhood, I've been over there 3 times for separate bitches. Like that was it. Like going over there to fuck bitches and shit. Other than that, I ain't never kicked it over there. Shit, kicking it over there, different fucking story. Different fucking story, boy. I swear. But I love the east side though. Can't help it. That was some dope ass shit.
I only intentionally went to the east side one time. And that's when I was going to see old girl from school. Y'all already know. I don't want to say her name, but yeah, that's the only time I knew I was intentionally going over there. I heard the stories about the east side, but it didn't even matter to me at that point. I was on a mission.
I've been to the east side once too. I ain't really had no reason to go on the east side.
I went over
I
there.
used to be on the east side on 79th Street, but I mean, like, we was around GDs and shit. I ain't think shit over. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I went to go see this chick. Shout out to Kim from Luella.
He's not from Luella.
It wasn't that far. It wasn't that far from CVS. Now that I think about it, but I pulled up over there waiting on her, and I shit you not, a guy on the opposite side of the street, like 2 cars in front of me, got literally robbed right in front of me. I was like, oh yeah, bye. Bye, Kim. Guess who you won't have sex with, Kim? Me. Taking my dick off the table, because that pussy's not worth dying for.
I used to be over there when I lived over there. Oh, the red.
Yeah. I mean, because I came over there. I went over there, man. I felt like if she didn't answer the door after 2 doorbells, I was gonna dip. But she answered after the first one, and I was in the crib. I was like, "It's on and popping now. It's on and motherfucking popping."
Now that I think about it, man, Kim was dope as hell. I should have took a bullet for that pussy. She was dope, bro.
Now that I have time to recollect.
I'm like, damn, because I just, it was like, you know how you meet somebody, but you ain't really got that opportunity. Y'all really just been kind of like back and forth and shit, but you know y'all got that, you know, it's like, you know you can hit. Y'all just ain't really had the time or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the hell it may be. Mm-hmm. Bro, when I tell you, it was like, we was getting there, you know, small little conversations here and there. I'm like, it's going to get there. I already know it. It's just a matter. She a respectable girl. So it's going to take a little time.
Oh.
And then I realized that her block, the first time I went over there, your block is that block. Nah, I'm good. Good.
Yeah, that's one of them.
Yeah, you need to be outside waiting on me.
I think that was enough for me. I was like, y'all gonna just rob this man right here? Y'all just gonna rob him. Yeah, pistols out and everything. They didn't make it. They made that shit look like making shorties pick up icy cut paper and shit. Like they just ran up and did it. Like it was a normal fucking thing. It was routine. It was like helping an old person with their groceries back in the day. It was the most honorable thing you could do on that block. Right now, robbing an unknown nigga over there is like the most respectful thing you could do. Don't nobody know this nigga. Rob him.
You always said, "Let me get the fuck out of here while I still got my."
I turned my lights off and pulled off because I ain't want them looking my goddamn way. Y'all do what y'all gotta do, young man. I don't want no motherfucking problems.
You want something?
Hey, no. One of the when we was at IADT It was this dude that went there. He was kind of nerdy and whatnot, but he lived over there by me, and I knew he did. He come to school one day fucked up. I'm talking about jaw swole up, mouth, lips swole up, side of his face is scraped up and shit. The man told me he was walking on 71st and Chappelle, and they beat the shit out of him. And then I'm like, what? I'm like, why? He said, in the midst of beating the shit out of him, they realized he was the wrong person and helped him up and was like, oh, my fault, and walked off. Just like that.
Damn.
Just like, gee, they beat the shit out of this man. His whole premise was, I'm just glad they stopped.
He shouldn't have looked like homie. Had he not looked like homie, he would have got that first.
Pooping in a bullet.
True.
Man, hey, Lil G, you remember when Pierre Hill got his ass beat up in London town at that McDonald's?
Yes, I do.
They pistol whipped this nigga, man.
Like Pierre wasn't even no gangbanger, no shit like that.
Nah, he wasn't, bro. They whooped the dog. They whooped his ass. Man, I don't even know who caught a worse ass whooping. Pierre, like homie from motherfucking Menace to Society when he was dribbling this nigga's head with them stickers. Like,
he was fucked up, G. He was fucked up.
He fucked him up, bro. And like people used to tell him, bro, like you need to chill going over in London Town. London Town ain't never been safe.
It's always for these bitches.
For these hoes.
And he would go anywhere fucking with these chicks, you know what I'm saying?
First of all, Pierre Hill was this light-skinned, good-looking brother that he was the first cat I ever heard of fucking a 40-year-old woman, and he wasn't shit but 17. Like Pierre Hill was the first cat I knew that had a vet. First cat that I knew that was like, bro, anything that go out here on that Ronnie Romance shit, he was the first nigga doing it.
And we still don't know for a fact whether this is true or not. But supposedly the nigga was legit doing some old stripper or some old other shit at nighttime. Like he was on something else was going on, G.
Like cause he couldn't stay woke at school for shit.
Like at all, G, at all.
And all the women that he was bringing around was like 7 to 8 years older than us.
Yeah. Thick ass bitches and like,
thick, dumb, ridiculous. Like, yo, what is this? Like, and he was so low key and quiet, kind of not super intellectual at the time. If I'm being honest, Pierre was dumb as shit.
Motherfuckers thought he was slow. They just thought he was a pretty boy that was dumb and shit. Like that's how motherfuckers was thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember this time, and I remember debating whether it was true. But I actually met a chick that told me a similar story. He was telling me like, man, he said he was at church. You know what I'm saying? And two of the girls was playing with him at church. And then they was talking about going to her house because she was across the street or whatever. So they cut church, and him and like 3 or 4 of the chicks went to his crib, to her crib. And he said it started off as a joke and shit until one of the girls like wanted to see his dick and pulled it out. The nigga had a foursome and shit. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, gee, I just sit there and let them do it. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I mean, what the fuck?
Man, listen, Pierre Hill probably had been raped millions of times in his life. Millions by women. I'm telling you, bro. Like bro, he didn't have to, it was like fishing with dynamite, bro. He ain't have to really spit no game. He walked up, he says hi, and they like, where you want to go? It was like, bro, I lived vicariously through this man. Like his explorations in the wonderful world of slutism has got to be a story for the ages. You hear me? This motherfucker, bro, I'm talking about he was just that nigga. He was just that nigga. Like, damn, the thickest chick over there, the baddest chick in cosmetology was on his heel. The baddest chick in like, fucking, you know, we went to a vocational school.
Yeah, I don't think he fucked none of the dancers. But
he made the baddest dancers look like they wasn't shit.
He was treating their ass.
He was shit on their ass. I'm like, this nigga is dope. This nigga is a god, folks.
Teacher. Did he fuck the cosmetology teacher? Because that was a rumor. That was a
No,
rumor. That's
listen, I'm telling you, I think he fucked what's her name? The thick ass fucking what the fuck was she? She was like a assistant for a long ass time. She used to work in the attendance office and shit. The real thick fine one.
Oh, quit playing.
I can't remember her fucking name, but it was like, you know how like shit just look weird, like for a student to have his hand on the wall. It's a teacher standing against the wall, badass female teacher. He got his hand up against the wall and like he checking her, not just having a comment, like he telling her some shit and she nodding her head like you right. Like this nigga is a mad motherfucking genius when it comes to the pussy.
But the question is, though, did he have that glow?
Hey, that nigga was out there shining like Bruce Leroy when it came to these hoes.
Was that nigga catching bullets with his teeth, though?
Listen, when you know you got the glow, you got the flow, you got the rope, you got the note. Listen, that nigga had it, son. He had it on him, man. That motherfucker was my hero.
On the real G, that was my neighbor, G.
Getting back to these neighborhoods, though, G. Getting back to these neighborhoods, that nigga will go into the most. And that was the part of him that he wasn't slow. He just wasn't from the streets, obviously, because you ain't got no business taking no CTA shit into fucking London town for no pussy. It's not worth it.
Cabrini too. He got robbed at Cabrini Greens. Yeah, he got robbed at Cabrini's going to see a chick. He got chased. He got chased out of the Hornets for going to see a chick on the real.
Every situation he got damn near got his ass killed. He was going to see some motherfucker, some random ass woman in one fucked up ass part of the city over and over again. I'm like, bruh, the fuck is wrong with you? Like, we used to call him and so he used to call G, Pierre Hill, and Lumberjack slap rocks. Like you can't
was a slap rock. Yeah.
If you put two of these motherfuckers together, some bad shit gonna happen. Don't go nowhere with neither two of these motherfuckers. The three of them, you can't be with two of their asses. All three of them, you fuck around and die.
And don't get me wrong,
put these motherfuckers on two separate buses. Like, look, you take the number 3, you take the number 4, and your ass just go take the green line. Y'all, we gonna meet up on 63rd Street because we can't even be on the same motherfucking vessel with you, some bitches.
Nigga, I used to kink it with Pierre Hill hard, like in my freshman year, because that's when I met him. I met him before I met a lot of motherfuckers, so I used to kick it with him heavy. And then y'all already know my history with fucking Lumberjack, goddamn it. Hell. So yeah, motherfucker. Yeah. And it's a lot of fucked up shit like 95th Street incidents. Those were all me. Lumberjack, like, yeah, it's a lot of shit that happened on 95th Street with me, E-Mac, and Lumberjack. So yeah, it got pretty heavy. Even Nate was involved in some of them. TT was involved in some of them.
Let me tell you. I wasn't going nowhere with both of you motherfuckers. Lumberjack.
You like sucking shit, nigga, because freshman year, nigga, me and you was just on reckless bullshit. Jumping out of the window of the school, kicking in fucking school, looking for jobs and whooping motherfuckers' ass, breaking out car windows. Do I need to continue?
That was us initiating shit, right? And just being silly ass kids. But the type of trouble that y'all bring, way worse than any of the shit you just randomly spewed. Ain't no way in hell. Like y'all getting robbed at gunpoint in a train station. Who the fuck has that type of luck? Like a motherfucker was just that desperate. That was Lumberjack and Pierre Hill walking towards Donnell House with somebody. And everybody got robbed at gunpoint. But in the train station, it's like 5 motherfuckers get robbed at gunpoint in the train station. Like y'all get it's like buzzer's luck. Nigga, y'all shit is fucked up.
Hey, don't get me wrong. I know the shit that happened because of me. I know E-Mac almost got killed because of me. On that shit that happened on 95th Street. You know what I'm saying? Lumberjack, he almost got the shit beat out of him because of me. On 95th Street. Like, Yeah, I don't know why they had it in for me so bad on 95th. You know, Pierre told me why he think, you know what I'm saying? Bo had his reasons and shit why he told me he think they had it in for me. But they had it in for me pretty bad and shit. Then an incident happened that I think I spoke about on the podcast, whereas, you know, I was on a bus going to school and shit. This nigga was on the bus. TT was on the bus. TT, you know what I'm saying, made it known that he had his head to the left. You know what I'm saying? We started talking shit. That same motherfucker ended up being on a bus with us going home. We got to 87th Street. He got on the bus. EMAC with us. TT spot him. TT like, ain't that the same motherfucker that was on the bus this morning? Yeah, but it's a twist to this story, see? Because at about 93rd Street, there was a whole bunch of people outside, like they always outside. And he put his hand on the window. And it was like, what the fuck is that? So we get to 95th where the bus actually stops at and shit. The motherfucker hops off the bus and runs to the corner and started doing his fucking whistle. He's running to them. These motherfuckers started running toward us. It's like 20 of these motherfuckers. So we hit the cut, you know what I'm saying? We hit the cut and go up at one of TT friend cribs. But that night, they almost called EMAC and shit. They chased his ass. They was waiting outside. EMAC had to go home. So they called his ass at the bus stop and shit. He hops on the bus. They hop on the bus. He hops off the bus. He runs around the back of the bus to the street and ran past the bus driver, like beating on the side of the bus so he wouldn't pull off. He said he come back around. The bus driver kind of caught what was going on. So when soon as he hopped back on the bus driver closed the door and pulled off and shit. But yeah, man, that like, you know, whatever it was, that still string off some shit that happened with me. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a big fight that happened on 95th. It was like me, I think me and Blue against like, I don't know, about 6 or 7 people, some shit like that.
But back to this getting robbed in this train station. How do you get robbed in the train station?
Shit, easy. We just robbed motherfuckers in the train station.
I never seen nobody get robbed in the train station before. I'm just baffled.
Sometimes the cameras don't work. There's no security down there. And sometimes
the cameras did work. It ain't like they use them. Shit.
Yeah. I was just about to say, this like 96, 97. It wasn't as many cameras like that, you know what I mean, all over. But just imagine how desperate somebody got to be to rob. Like it was 4 or 5 of them. Rob like 4 or 5 people at gunpoint, like the middle of the day.
That is fucking crazy.
Hold up, didn't what's the name rob somebody with a tuba mouthpiece? Yes, he did. Downtown. Yes, he did.
Oh.
Yes, he did. Mr. DeBruce.
Nah, he didn't, bro.
When they was on that bullshit, who did that? Or was that a lie?
He ain't robbed no damn body. Let me say this. Ain't nobody get robbed.
But the incident happened, but didn't nobody get robbed.
Ain't nobody get robbed, unfortunately. And he wasn't the motherfucker with the tuba mouthpiece.
It was the motherfucker that's on the podcast.
What'd you say?
I just thought about it. It was the motherfucker that's on the podcast.
Which one of you boys robbed a motherfucker with a mouthpiece?
You know, he ain't talking about the local hero.
I don't even know what it is. I don't even think they know what that is.
I never even robbed nobody, so it couldn't be me.
Listen, man, I can't confirm or deny any allegations.
Right.
That I may or may not have been on Belmont and Halsted.
Allegedly.
I had to think about who was down there that day. I had to think about who was in that crowd. That's
bro,
what
we wasn't downtown, bro. It was Belmont and Halsted.
Right. Allegedly. It started, y'all went downtown. Y'all was at downtown at some point during that day.
We was kicking it downtown. We wanted to go to the movies. And somebody smart ass said, hey, well, fuck it, we can go rob a motherfucker. Catch one of these motherfuckers leaving the ATM and rob their ass. Allegedly.
There we go.
So we left whatever little spot we was walking downtown, and allegedly motherfuckers went up north and allegedly attempted to rob a couple of individuals. Didn't go to with
robbery. You get attempted robbery. You should just get a timeout.
No, you should get your ass beat, especially when you walking with 2 allegedly you walking, let's just say you walking with two people, two individuals that all they got to do is stand in front of a person.
Hypothetically.
Let's just say y'all, for whatever reason, say, all right, look, we catch our mark, right? Y'all hustle through this alley to be able to come around the other way. I'm gonna walk behind this guy. Y'all stand in front of him and block him. I'm gonna walk behind him and put the thing on him and tell him, hey man, take everything out your fucking pockets. Don't move. Just take everything out your fucking pockets right now. That was it. That was it. All the motherfuckers, two motherfuckers in front of you got to do is stall them, like keep them right in front of you. That was it. That was your only job. I'm the motherfucker.
Somebody was scared, wasn't they?
There was two individuals that were supposed to stop the motherfucker. Scared as fuck. Walked right past the motherfucker. You supposed to stand in front of him and block him. Yep, and you walk right past him. Just keep walking. Now I'm sitting here thinking to myself, what would make a person do some shit like that?
Fear.
Fucking but yeah, no one got robbed, and he was definitely not the person with the tube of mouth.
It was his mouthpiece.
Allegedly.
Okay.
It's like somebody taking your gun and robbing somebody with it.
Allegedly.
But clearly, these were not those individuals. These were not those individuals to be taking on any type of.
You picked the wrong group to do it with.
I didn't pick any. I wasn't there. But
Allegedly,
I'm saying,
allegedly picked the wrong group.
Whoever, they picked the wrong people to do it with.
Yeah, the motherfuckers that was there clearly were not the right combination of individuals. It's like when you're trying to put together a good salsa. You know, sometimes you want to add some different shit, but certain shit just don't belong in salsa. Like corn. I don't think that's a place for salsa. You know?
It's all right. It's all right.
I had some good salsa this morning.
Oh,
Ronnie.
shit.
Hey, Ronnie.
Yo,
Ronnie still there? Ronnie. You got anything to put to this alleged podcast that we having?
nah.
Allegedly. We're having a podcast.
I mean, what y'all explaining is basically what I always knew Chicago was.
So what the fuck you trying to say, Ron?
Allegedly.
So you need to watch your motherfucking back.
It's a wonderful place for kids to grow up in. Yes.
Allegedly.
If they get past high school.
That gets us out of legal trouble. There you go. Allegedly.
All right, so that's the word we got to use on this show all the time is allegedly.
Chicago is a really great city to.
It really is. It really is. I've been to a lot of places, man, and Chicago to me is one of the best. You know what? It's a lot of people that I meet, and they're like, "Where you from?" I'm like, "From Chicago." Like, "Oh man, I love Chicago, man!" Like, in a lot of places I went, man. So Chicago's like any other city. It's certain areas you don't go into, and if you mind your business, you be straight.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, it got to be that way, but that's not every situation either, man. Some of our South Side communities, some of our West Side communities, East Side, actually are, very well kept, and the people are involved, and they not that fucked up. It's not a lot of them, but, you got your stretches of places in Chatham and places like, in Lawndale, Woodlawn, you know what I'm saying, where it's like, it ain't that bad. They tight knit, it's chill, like, dope as hell, give you that old school ass vibe, like back when you was a shorty, when one of your neighbors would stop you from running and say, "Hey, tie your shoe, man, tie your shoe."
The one thing I do like about Chicago is you can always go somewhere on any corner and get some banging ass wings, and you can just eat them outside with a bitch.
That was my comment.
Not just wings though. See, Chris Chris was the fucking discovery. He introduced me not firsthand, but he introduced me to what turned out to be something that I disgustingly ate for years.
What's that?
We didn't even believe Chris. Chris and Bo come to school one day, right? Talking about this sandwich that they ate, talking about around their crib. They sell a motherfucking cheeseburger with gyro meat on it. I'm talking about instantly, motherfuckers like, no, they don't. Motherfucking Chris and Bo swear up and down. They telling the truth and shit. And then it came to the fact, like, they'll be leaving, like, I'm about to go get me a gyro cheeseburger. You know what I'm saying? About months after that, I ended up seeing it around my crib, you know what I'm saying, in the hundreds. So I tried a motherfucker, and we talking about instant crack. Just like, whoa, what the fuck did they do? Who thought of this shit? I can't really eat it now, but back then, shit.
I had that shit one time. And I swore to myself that I would never eat that shit again. Nigga, I was fucked up at work. I was rocking back and forth.
Nigga,
I couldn't stay at work. I had this feeling I need to run to the bathroom. That was the worst shit ever.
Hey, I love Vice Lord burgers. That's the best thing Vice Lords put their name on. Hey, sorry.
Vice Lord burger.
What the fuck?
Yeah, my bad, Rail G. Shout out Hell Rail, man. My bad, Rail. That was the best thing y'all ever been associated with, right there was the Vice Lord burger, man. We used to go to Stars right there on Roosevelt and Holman. Oh my dude.
Why y'all
that was the weirdest. Okay, so the weirdest thing about that. Because here's the weirdest thing about that, right? So if you get it in the daytime, it's Bree. It's all Breeze there. But if you get it at night, that's when the Vice Lords coming. Like they had shifts and shit. Like they used to alternate. So we always copped it at night. So it's the Vice Lord burger.
The Blackstones over in Motown call it the GD burger.
Damn.
Quit playing.
No shit.
Fucking gyro cheeseburger, man.
That shit was good. I don't know what are you talking about?
I took it too far.
I bet you did. Y'all take things too.
Chicago's the only place I know where you damn near risk your life to get some food.
Oh
yeah. I've been in some weird neighborhoods trying to get food, and I took it. Like I just dealt with it.
You be sitting over there, you be looking at that restaurant, you be like, that restaurant like he got some good ass food, but it's like 1,000 niggas sitting on the corner.
I ain't gonna lie.
In front of the joint.
I used to hate going to Demenzo's on Taylor, man. I used to always get into it with them motherfucking essays. But I was like, yo, I really want this pizza puff, G. So all right, you'll circle around the block, man. I'm gonna grab these 2 pizza puffs and bop the fuck out here for these motherfucking essays. Start asking me on my GD 500 times.
Mine was the little mini mall on 55th and shit, man. I got caught over there one too many motherfucking times and shit. And no one ain't supposed to be over there and shit. But, you know, between Checkers, the shrimp restaurant, there was somewhere else I was going that was up in that little joint back in the day, man. Shit. And the fucked up part is I think I was going to Key Father restaurant and didn't even know. Like, I didn't even know that was his restaurant. Because the shrimp restaurant, if I'm not mistaken, that was Whaley's.
Shout out to Red Snappers on 55th. I don't know if it's still there, but that shit was popping.
Chris, Red Snappers on 55th, G. Man, Chris introduced me to that spot. Wasn't shit else open. You know what I'm saying? Me and Chris be sitting up drinking in the studio and shit, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning and shit, get hungry. Red Snappers. Shit.
That's the crazy part about it too. In Chicago, you know, your ass be drinking that motherfucker. You be like 2 o'clock in the morning. You be like, nigga, I'm hungry. What you want to eat? Man, the joint down the spot is open. And you out there the most sketchiest part of town at nighttime in the middle of the motherfucking night trying to get some chicken wings or a piece of puff or Italian beef or some shit.
Let me tell you something. You ain't said shit wrong in that statement, nigga. Let me tell you. Because I ain't never had an issue with going into no neighborhood and having, like, you know, I'm going to go in this neighborhood for this food, but I know I'm going to get fucked with. I ain't never had one of them experiences. But I did have the biggest fucking fight of my life at Kevin's on 39th. Kevin's Hamburger Heaven.
Kevin's.
Man, when I tell you, we turned the whole outside of that motherfucker up. The police came. couldn't do shit with us because it was the middle of the motherfucking day. Half of their ass wasn't responding. The other half still drunk from the night before. Like they like it's like 6 hungover police officers trying to stop a 30-something person fight. Nigga, they getting tumbled and shit. We jumping off their backs, hitting motherfuckers in the. It was amazing. One of the best fights in the hood ever.
Kevin's was the shit. That was a must. If you didn't go to 39th, then you needed to be at the one on Western on 43rd, 41st,
42nd.
and Western.
Hey, let me tell you. Let me tell you. One more thing I'm gonna give y'all, man. And I hope I'm around or on the show a little bit more to bless y'all with some of these jewels that y'all can pass down to y'all kids. Listen, a patty melt on raisin toast. I'm gonna give y'all that, man. Y'all, I want y'all to live your best lives. Do you understand? Patty melt on raisin toast, bro. That's all we used to get from fucking Kevin's, bro. I think that's what sent the whole fucking thing up was that they was out of raisin toast. It had to happen.
Gee, I only ordered raisin toast from there. I know that feeling. I know that feeling, G. I know that feeling.
Oh man,
They had a spot. That spot on 40 something in Ashland, man. It was a Mexican joint. Yo, they had some really good pizza.
40
pizza.
You just said a lot wrong. There was a lot wrong with that statement.
No, I'm telling you,
a lot wrong with that statement.
They had Pizza Nova on 18th. Dude, Pizza Nova on 18th was ran by Mexicans. Some of the best pizza I ever had, man.
Yeah, it's a Pizza Nova on 26 and fucking Lawndale too.
Them Mexican motherfuckers.
I don't know, bro. I don't know too many
motherfucking Nova.
Like Latin neighborhoods that had great pizza.
One was good.
No, I don't like that shit. That shit was horrible to me.
I like the original. I ain't never had the one over there. I'm talking about the one on 18th where you had to hurry up and get your pizza and get the fuck out for them essays came at you.
The only thing I risk my life for in the Mexican neighborhood is tacos. I don't know about no pizza.
I've risked my life for tamales.
Yo, y'all remember Raymond's off of Blue Island?
Yeah. Shit, and I remember. I still go.
The ribeye tacos. Let me tell you.
Yes.
I'll go ahead and take a little ass whipping for one of them ribeye tacos. It's all good. Whatever.
Dude, I've never even went in there nervous before. Like my whole thing is, I dare you. And don't get me wrong, walking in there with a Mexican chick, you turn heads. And I did not give no fuck. I've had motherfuckers say little shit to me. I've had motherfuckers even bump me, and I just stood there, look like what? Gee, I'm getting my tacos. Like, don't fuck with me.
Y'all can do whatever y'all gonna do. I'm getting these tacos, bro. That's what it is.
Getting my fucking tacos, G. Like, me and E-Mac went through that shit at Popeyes on 95th. It's like, nigga, you really about to get into it with us while we eating? I'm eating chicken. Nigga, don't fuck with me right now. We'll fight you after we done. Like, give us a chance to fucking eat first.
I wish Pepe's was fucking was a franchise out here.
That ribeye fucking taco threw me off the first time I ever seen that shit.
Whole steak taco, man. Whole steak taco.
I see motherfucker order that shit, and then when they just threw that whole big ass slab of meat on there, I'm like, y'all just gonna throw the meat on there like that?
Raymond's Tacos, first of all, they had like a whole fucking like butcher that they own right next to that motherfucker. Meat fresh as hell. On top of that, my nigga, the way that they built the taco, so like originally it's like it's two shells. They put
two shells with a piece of cheese.
They put a piece of American cheese in between that. First Mexican restaurant I've ever seen use American cheese, bro. Like, and then put this perfect ass seasoned ribeye. Nigga, that shit was the crave of the 90s, my nigga. Like the most insane.
Like, if you wasn't fucking with Raymond's, what you was doing with your life? Like,
nigga, we was driving from anywhere we lived in the city. I don't give a fuck. When we stayed all the way west, south, whatever, we driving all the way to fuck the
Raymond's. Yes, we going to Raymond's. Me and Blue have left the Hundreds just to go to Raymond's. Hell, and when we moved in the condo, I found out it was another Raymond's right there on fucking Cermak and Rockwell. I mean,
but what's the high school right up the street, like Blue Island and probably Ashland or some shit like that, or maybe Western Damon.
I don't know the name of the high school, but I know what you're talking about. I took pictures in front of it.
What is it called?
It's at the corner of Blue Island, Cermak, and Ashland.
I know that ain't Woolrest. Yeah, Woolrest.
Listen, they will kill you up there, man.
Oh, hell yeah. Yo, Rick went to that school.
Them kids is violent as fuck.
The only reason I didn't get fucked up there was because Rick went to that high school, yo. And I used to fuck with Rick. Other than that, man, them motherfuckers didn't fuck with me at all. I used to go to Nueva Leon, or I went to fucking Los Comales. I used to be nervous in the motherfucker. Like, man, I'm gonna have to fuck around and stab a motherfucker.
That Los Comales right there is the best one I've had.
Maybe looking too hard.
That's a neighborhood, bro. I would never even go in, bro. When motherfuckers be like, "Oh, I live in Pilsen, and I'm just right off the pink line." Not gonna happen. Like, I already know. Like, I seen a kid get his ass whooped right across the street from that high school is a gas station. I seen a kid get his ass whooped so bad, bro. I'm like, man, nah. If the kids like that over here, I can only imagine what the fuck the rest of the neighborhood got to offer.
Man, I remember we was one of Rick homeboys went to school with him. They thought he was a vice lord. So they like, man, throw down vice lord if you ain't no vice lord. I'm like, gee, if you ain't no vice lord, you better throw that shit down. They're like, you a vice lord? I said, motherfucker, you don't hear me saying, gee, hell no, I ain't no fucking vice lord. Rick like, nah, he with me anyway, man, so he good. That motherfucker said, throw down vice lord, throw down vice lord. Man, they stole his ass, man. They started beating the transmission off this motherfucker. I'm like, yo, throw it down. I'm like my man off Rocky, throw in the damn towel.
Throw in the goddamn towel.
Throw in the damn towel. Beat his ass out there, man. I said, God, I am on fuck with these motherfuckers.
Yeah, nah, boy. But like I said, one of the shockingest experiences I had in any neighborhood, bro, was that Marquette Park, bro. You would expect the Latin gangs over there to be like the toughest month. They not, man. Them damn Arab gangs over there. And it ain't all gangs. Like, some of them just a bunch of delinquent ass motherfucking Arabs. That's just like, man, just motherfuckers kicking it together. We got a bunch of access to guns and this and that. Anybody fuck with us, we gonna give them a headache.
I ain't going, crew.
Hey, Chris, Ronnie fucking fell. Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
Do you remember what the fuck was in the zombie potion?
Nah. Outside of 151, I don't know.
I remember the pina colada shit. I remember the milk, the chocolate milk. I remember the Pepsi. I remember like the Jack Daniels. I remember the 151. But I don't remember what else was in it.
Chocolate milk?
Gee, all I know is I show up at the crib and it's gallons and gallons and gallons of the shit that Troy Toussaint made. And then these niggas tell me they about to fix me a glass, but then give me a warning, talking about so it's going to taste good. Petey Bo said, legit, don't drink it straight down. But by the time he told me that, I had already killed the glass. So then I was like, waiting on another one. That night went very odd. Very odd. I seen Chris jump out the window that night on the real. And I'm talking about no look. Like, he jumped out the window. No look. He was gone. Chris was gone. Like, I got left in the crib with Bo that night on the real. And we had to hear earful. We took it. We took it all. Chris jumped out the window that night. I watched him jump out the window, and I watched him jump over a fence that was taller than him. And I just stared at him do the shit. I just stared at him, G. Because I knew why he did it. I knew why he did it.
I'm jumping out the window with this.
We ended up off a zombie potion. We ended up on a basketball court this night. And I seen some very weird shit happen on this basketball court because I know these niggas to be hoopers. I do. What nobody know hooper that night. Nah.
Sound like you have
I watch niggas running the poles. Like, I watch niggas shoot and guard the wrong people, shoot at the wrong rim. You know what I'm saying? I watch niggas lay in the middle of the fucking concrete court. It was very weird that night. Zombie potion was real.
Remember that shit for New Year's when we fucked around and got fucked up?
You talking about off that fucking that Hennessy and fucking Hypnotic or some shit?
We drank way too much of that shit. And we had fucking Everclear too. So we drank a bunch of this shit. We go out, yo, it's had to be about 10 degrees. We out that bitch, shorts, t-shirts, hooping hard than a motherfucker. Nothing but vice lords. Cuz will walk up to the vice lord and say, hey, long as you put breed in your heart, you'll be okay. Put the trays on his chest, pat him on the back, sent him on his way. I said, man, we've been drinking too much, man. Let's get in the fucking house before we fuck around and get our ass whooped out here. We hooping hard than the motherfucker ain't make a shot. Gang in 0-0. We out that bitch thinking we Bulls versus Blazers or some shit. Like we NBA 2K out that bitch. We missed every single shot. I don't even think the ball had air in it.
So that night that G talking about. So yes, I did dive out of a fucking window. And the reason being,
remember episode of Dave Chappelle? I ain't do no shit like that.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Rick James. Yeah, I did jump out. I did dive out that window.
Like that. Yeah, I did that.
So the reason still tweaking on how he got over the gate.
So the reason being is we had at the time my brother and myself had a 2-bedroom to ourselves, but my OG had it in her name for us. You know what I'm saying? She was still married to her husband at the time. So she was like, "What y'all?" She called and asked, "What y'all doing?" I said, "We about to smoke this motherfucker out," or some stupid shit like that. Just joke, like, "No, I'm just playing. We ain't doing nothing." She was like, it was that statement that made me just say, "Let me just stop over here and see what the fuck they doing."
So it was your fault, G?
Yeah.
I did not know that. I thought she popped over there random, honestly.
I mean, well, she lived around the corner, so it wasn't unlikely.
Like a block away.
But
right, you know what I'm saying?
Most of the time, she wouldn't give a fuck, G. She just
exactly.
She would go months or a year without coming over there because she just, she knew how we was getting down. She's, we wasn't keeping liquor at the house or nothing like that. But she could smell the smoke residue and shit like that in the house. So.
Plus, she knew all of us.
Yeah. But that particular night,
all of us.
That particular night, I'm like, oh, we ain't doing nothing, about to get fucked up. I'm just playing. And she stopped when I heard her buzzing the fucking bell. When I heard the doorbell ring, I didn't have to go to the door to see who it was. I already knew.
No, I heard somebody say it. Like, all I know is, when she was coming up the stairs, by the time she opened the door, I just remember me and Bo being there. Because I was still staring at Chris jumping over that back gate. And I'm like, did this nigga just do that?
Boing that bitch. Damn. Look, it was
yes.
Look, so we had already lit like 12 blunts. I remember that because that's how many motherfuckers was in the crib. We lit up.
It was smoky as shit in there.
Mind you, we had no real fucking furniture in that apartment at all. It was his bedroom, my bedroom, and that was it. So the living room was wide open. It was an open ass space, bro. When I tell you it was Snoop Dogg video clouds in that motherfucker when she came in there. Big dumbass milk jugs of fucking zombie juice sitting in the we ain't had no refrigerator. We ain't have a fucking we had to put ice and everything in the fucking sink to keep shit cold. So it's like all of this fucking liquor sitting around, just clouds of smoke. You think I was finna stick around for that shit? I'm out this bitch.
No, I want to hear that shit. I'm gone.
No, Chris was like, see, she snapped. Because it was Bo. He said, but if I was standing there, it would have been a different story.
Hell yeah, bro. She'd have pieced my ass up. Now I gotta get the shit beat out of me at like 17 in front of my homies and shit. Nah, man, that ain't cool. What type of shit is that?
Said that shit ain't happening.
Hell no, bro.
You have to fight another day.
Like for them to be like, man, his mama beat the dog shit out of him, bro. I seen this mama pick him up and slam him, and she could do whatever the fuck. What can you do back?
Man, G.
Damn, but 12 blanks.
Hell yeah.
Myself and Chris and Bo are and Kanisha are the only people I know that was teenagers that pretty much lived like they lived by themselves. We had 2 apartments. My mom stayed in one and I stayed in the other one for like a few years. And when that wasn't happening, my mom was just not at the crib. Like she usually was like at her boyfriend crib or some shit like that. So I pretty much lived by myself. Chris and them live by themselves.
My mom,
you know what I'm saying?
When she got married, like we was like you think you finna go be happy with a whole nigga? No, we finna make this miserable because first of all, it wasn't nobody but us, and we was just happy. I don't know why you got to make our whole living situation complicated. But no, it was. I say that jokingly, bro, but it was just bad timing because like we had just had to move off of this fucking. I guess it was fucked up because the dude was controlling this fucking. In all honesty, bro. But like it got to the point where my mom just realized like, these boys on their own level, and maybe it is me trying to force the relationship between my husband and my kids. Like maybe I need to let these be two different things. So she got us the apartment, bro, because she knew like, bro, you know, we used to go at Elliot father head. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he was a piece of shit to his own son. Who he had, my stepbrother's mom passed away when we was about 7 years old.
Yeah, pretty much. He started being at y'all crib more and more.
Yeah, it like, got to the point where he was basically living on. He was going to school from over there. Yeah, but yeah, bro, that it wasn't like motherfuckers is like, man, we used to laugh at that shit. Remember, like if ever we invited motherfuckers back to our crib, like nigga, we finna do whatever the fuck we want to do. Like we making bitches come over to the crib and cook and shit.
Yes.
Y'all talking about we finna go back to y'all crib, but shh, be quiet, cause I think my mama upstairs. Nigga, we ain't got none of them issues. We finna turn this bitch upside down.
Man, wow. Gee, that was like we had good high school years. I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
Shit, some of us had. I think a lot of motherfuckers we was around, bro, had too much fun, bro, because they don't do shit nowadays. They didn't do shit like
talk about then.
Yeah, bro. Like, god damn.
Like, y'all live after that shit.
Damn. I get it. I mean, some of them same motherfuckers did live hard as hell. That's fucking crazy when you live hard as hell at fucking 16, 17, 18.
15, 16, and 17.
You know what, though? I'm really glad that I got all that wild shit out of me when I was young. So I ain't got to be one of these middle-aged motherfuckers having a crisis.
Yeah, right.
Man, I never did shit.
Sorry for you, shit.
I know a cat like that out there in the world. He dated
some like me right now.
Man, you got to get up and do something. Well, it's too late for you.
Yeah. I'm like,
no, it's never too late, man. I'm fucking with you. No, it's never too late, man. You got to look, no matter who you dating, no matter who I was dating, I always told them, look, every once in a while, I'm going to take a guy trip or I'm going to take a solo trip where I have to be by myself because I have to recharge myself. I have to, you know what I'm saying, refocus myself, recenter. And, you know, to me, it makes me a better person. It makes me easier to deal with. If I'm just sitting around, I'm around you 24/7, it's not going to work.
Now, there's a conversation right there. There's a conversation right there for sure. Because I had that whole argument, like, yo, I got a few whatever miles or whatever with United. They, you know, all the airlines are like forcing people to use their mileage points and all that crazy shit right now because of the pandemic. Like they not honoring shit next year, basically. So I got an opportunity to get like a round trip ticket. I really feel like I want to go do this. And the conversation became, well, can you wait until I'm like, I need this for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need this, like you said, to reset. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like you get
burnt out.
Yeah. Like people get men misunderstood to what I'm blessed to be involved in is that, I love the time that I live in right now because we don't have those macho, toxic masculinity ass profile thoughts. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't ever, like, men take care of themselves mentally, you know what I'm saying, emotionally now. Like, we take care of ourselves better than our fathers and grandfathers did because we aware, like, that's a part of the fucking issue. So yeah, like how you need to go and chill and do all the things you do, men need that shit too now. We always needed it. We just aware of it now. Like, yeah, you need to go recenter. You need to go sit on a fucking island, meditate, go run, eat, drink, sleep. As long as you want, whatever the hell it is, you need time away to recenter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you can't, and my thing is, if you can't find a female to understand it, because they need the time too. So like a female ever say, I just want to go out with my friends. Go ahead. I'm not stopping you. Go ahead. Go out with your friends. Because sometimes I just want to go out with the one thing I hate, and I used to date a female like this, is it just be a bunch of guys. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go out with the homies. Oh, can I come? Well, it's just the guys. So what you gonna do then? You just going out there man, bring your ass. Then you drag her out there, and it's just the guys, and they sitting looking at you like, why the fuck is she here?
And she complaining and
shit. Yeah. So I couldn't do it, bro. I've had a homie that did it before, and I just feel like I could never be that guy. I can never be. That'd probably be the end of my relationship, bro. If I was like, nah, this is just the guys, and my girl really press like that to the point where she left me no option but to bring her, I could never, our relationship is over with. I'm not ever going to be that guy. No, you can't come.
Exactly. We're going on guy trip. It means we're getting away from y'all.
Guy trip. I mean, even a guy. The fact that you got to say guys' night out, though, is a whole nah, we just gonna have a guys' night out. If I tell you who's going, who's if I say it's just gonna be me, Ken, Greg, everybody, whatever, I don't mention no women, right? Don't you think
it's not even a question?
Right. I shouldn't even have to say that it's a guys' night, but now you have to label it a fucking guys' night so you can have a clearance, basically. How about I just don't want to be around your ugly ass, bitch? Today, I just want to go and sit and look at a motherfucking graffiti wall and not think about your ass for about 2 hours. Why?
Why can't I do that? We don't they always think, oh, they're going out to go look at bitches. No, I'm not. Look, I'm past the age where I'm sitting here staring at hoes, man. That's like teenage shit. I ain't gonna stare at no bitch. Look, I might go to a cigar shop in some city, sit down, have my scotch, smoke my cigar, mind my business, talk shit with the homies. It's just that simple. I'm not going out to do anything stupid or none of that. You know what I'm saying? Women on the stage, you gotta let a guy be a guy. And if you can't do that, you're not gonna be a guy.
So I dated this chick that I was kind of serious with, really about to be on some settle down shit with. And I was like, man, I gotta see what my mom think of her. She met my mom and they've been around, but I wanted her and my mom to really, vibe or whatever. So we out at dinner and my mom look at her and tell her look, my son is already a tamed lion. The worst thing you can do to a tamed lion is start cracking a whip. She said he'd go in there, a tamed lion will walk in that cage if you know what I'm saying, if you give him his own time, he'll eventually walk in there. But you get to trying to force him in that damn cage, he probably got an issue.
Yeah.
And that's, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't really completely just, I don't know what it was. In my 20s, I was a motherfucker, I guess, when it came to women. But I wasn't no dude. It's like when you start accusing me of shit, then well, you know what I'm saying? You try to make, you got to be in at 12 o'clock. I never understood why women believe that men should have curfews or vice versa. That's the dumbest shit ever. For me, it's when you start putting that type of energy out there, most definitely I'm finna go do the shit now, dumbass.
You talking about who I think you talking about? Shit.
Yeah, Greg, I keep forgetting you know too much.
Hey, you sound like I gotta put you on my hit list. I keep forgetting to put you there, man.
I got.
Because if he talking about who I think he's talking about, nigga, I ain't had to talk his ass and going to see her sometime because of shit she did, and it's nigga be like, man, fuck this shit, G.
Shout out to the homeboy. Shout out to the homeboy Ken, bro, because yeah, we're just gonna leave it at that. Wild shit happens. I'm just gonna say wild shit.
Why are you shouting me out?
Goddamn well why I'm shouting you out.
I mean, it's a plethora of stuff that you could be doing, but I don't know which one.
No, we ain't talking about what happened. We ain't talking about the past. We celebrating the present. This no, hey, anybody listening? No, you will not know shit about me, but what the fuck I tell you? Fuck you. I'm writing this narrative, motherfuckers.
Oh shit. But yeah, bro, like we have y'all ever been over here to Humble Park?
Yes. I used to fuck with a bitch in Humble Park. I fuck with it before white people moved over there though. That shit was terrifying.
I used to live down the street from there, right there on North Avenue in Pulaski.
And I had so many essays come at me, man. That shit was crazy.
Let me tell you.
I got shot over there twice. I mean, I got shot at over there twice.
Let me tell you. This neighborhood, bro, ain't nothing like it used to be at all. There's still some little rough patches here and there. But when I tell you, bro, I came over here. We had a program in high school called JILG, Jobs for Illinois Graduates. And we used to do like these little rotations where we'd go to other schools. They had like job fairs and all this other shit, right? So I met this girl that went to fucking Clemente. At this one of these jobs. I'm like, man, I'm finna go kick it with her. Bro, this is like 99. When I tell you I came over here, I should have known something was up when her cousin had to come meet me at the goddamn bus. Whenever somebody got to meet you at the bus stop, go back. Instantly get on the other motherfucking side, catch that motherfucking line, back the opposite direction, bro. Because this is not the place to be fucking, one, on public transportation and fuck around, don't know when the last bus leave. That's a fun one. And then two, being in a motherfucking neighborhood where somebody's relative has to come pick you up clearly states that you are not fucking safe walking through this motherfucker.
Dude, if I wasn't spending the night, I wasn't going. Shout out to my homegirl. You know who you are. But if I wasn't spending the night, I wasn't going. Fuck all that. Logan Square, all that shit. Fuck that.
This was high school, so you know damn well, at least for a lot of young women, your mother ain't letting no niggas spend the night. That's not happening. But yeah, this was high school.
My girlfriend did, or one of them did.
But bro, when I tell you, these motherfuckers get at me. First of all, I didn't leave when Shorty cousin got up and left. I'm like, man, I'm finna chill. The auntie came home, whoever the head of the household was, it was a woman. She was like, it's time for you to leave. I got up and I left. Should have left with the cousin, because soon as I got to the corner, nigga, it was ass, feet, and elbows. I felt like, goddamn it, what's that motherfucker name in Race Against Time? Nigga, I was hitting it on motherfuckers. I came up Ashland, came up Western, had to make that right down Division. Bro, when I'm telling you, they yelling, yo, catch that nigga, stop that nigga. It was grown-ass men trying to trip me, bro. Grown-ass men trying to trip me. I'm like, this is the scariest shit I've ever been in my life.
You said 1999? You said 1999?
99, yeah.
Right, you was already at 6 feet during that time, so you was all good.
I mean, bro, you still not trying to get caught by like 6 niggas, though.
Nah, I'm just saying you was good on your running, because your freshman year, you was my height. You know what I'm saying?
My running game was sick in the 90s, bro. I had a mean run game. Nah, I wasn't running from niggas, though.
Nah, his run game was because he played basketball, bro.
Yeah, man. But nah, bro, that neighborhood over there, like, ain't nowhere near what it was, bro. It is super fucking laid back, chill. They're already talking about tearing the goddamn flags down, the Puerto Rican flags on Division. Like, it ain't like, damn. Y'all done switched the shit up that much. It was just conversations about it. Like, bro, they really have taken this neighborhood over with. There's about as
renamed it too, because now you got West Humble Park, you got Humble Park, and it's another one now.
They keep edging Logan Square over, like the two promising neighborhoods or the most popular neighborhoods. They keep etching them, like with Bucktown and fucking Logan Square keeps growing in a southwest direction because they just took over that much of it. It's probably just as many white homeowners in Humble Park as it is Puerto Rican and Spanish.
And what happens is they push all that culture out. They don't give a fuck. Fuck your culture.
Yeah, they already talking about tearing the damn flags down. Like, fuck y'all culture. Like, are y'all serious? The motherfuckers out like, you can't have this neighborhood without having them flags up there.
We gonna have this neighborhood without those flags. Watch and see.
One way or another, they're gonna get it.
Chris, many people have said that, but we tell them, okay.
Right now, they're asking. They're not gonna ask too many more times.
Yeah.
I remember they had this store, the corner store, right there on Roosevelt and Racine. And motherfucker refused to sell. And they was offering all types of money. He just didn't want to sell. So finally, they told him, they said, look, we're going to give you 1.5. You're going to take this 1.5, or we're going to send a motherfucking city official through here every day, and we're going to fine you for everything that we see, and we're going to find something.
And that won't be a 1.5.
Yeah, then the price goes down. My man finally was like, fuck it, I got to sell.
And that's fucked up. That's how it works.
Okay, they're not going to keep asking you. Now they're going to tell you. They're going to ask you a couple times, and they're going to tell you, no, you're going to sell.
Walking up in there like, look here, I like it and I want it. We can do this the hard way or the easy way.
What they're going to do is they'll fuck around and dump opposite gang members in that motherfucker, start moving them out there. Y'all start shooting at each other, property value go down. Oh, this house was worth $500,000? This house worth $60,000 now. Take this $100,000 and get out of here.
It's crazy how all that shit actually happens, bro. Like, these motherfucking neighborhoods didn't get like this overnight, bro. It's a process. Like, this is a motherfucker wake up one day and be like, you know what? It don't make no sense that we live all the way out here.
Mm-hmm.
And black folks who live right there. You know, let's go ahead and try to, we're going to move. We're going to figure it out. We're going to move these people back where we live, and we're going to, like, that's an agenda, bro. Somebody got up one morning and made that a fucking agenda and did it.
Yo, but who told us, though? You remember that day, Captain Woodford, when he was like schooling us out on the stairs and shit?
Yeah.
He told us that it was going to happen. It's just funny because we got older and seen it happen exactly the way he said it. He was like, they coming back to take the lake. Y'all need to be aware of this. You know, like Captain Woodford was just real. That's all. He was just a real dude. You know what I'm saying? He was older. He was over the ROTC shit. And he seen us out just bullshitting on the stairs of the school and just started talking to us and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I think Chris said something to somebody because somebody made a comment to Captain Woodford. It was kind of disrespectful. And Chris had made a comment like he trying to tell us something. You know what I'm saying? But he was just keeping it real with us, like just schooling some kids and shit, man.
Yeah, nah, when he was, I'll never forget this man said, y'all won't even be able to live down here.
Yeah.
And I was like, he ain't lying. Shit, like right now to this day, my old neighborhood is probably 3 times its value since I was a shorty.
Yeah, I know mine went up. My mom lived in
my old neighborhood is probably 2 times less the value than it was.
That's because they finna buy it now. Give them a second. My mom used to live in fucking Bronzeville, man. Just before they turned it to Vanillaville, I saw a white woman walking the dog, a pit bull with a sweater. I said, your rent about to go up.
Once you start seeing clothed animals, nigga, you in a different fucking breed.
Oh, bro. Clothed animals. Clothed animals and like them really expensive ass strollers.
Oh, yeah.
You can forget it. It's over
Becky's
with.
coming. Becky's will be here soon.
You can go ahead and ensure your life will forever be filled with Karens if you don't get the fuck out this neighborhood.
Yeah. Once you see the stroller that you can go jogging with, you know you in a different time frame in a different neighborhood.
Bro,
you in a different type of time.
The stroller that's like 3 of your car notes combined. How about that?
Yeah. That motherfucker got real wheels on it. Goddamn it. Ain't no bumps when it's rolling. It's got shocks on the motherfucker.
I saw this shit in Chicago. I'm now fast forward. I'm in Pittsburgh. I see this shit like my man from Homewood. Homewood is like, it's like the village over there. I see white people jogging. I look at them. I said, y'all finna lose y'all neighborhood. Man, no, we ain't. No, we ain't. I said, look, motherfuckers saying the same shit in Chicago. I'm telling you, these white people get to jogging through here. Give them about 2 years. A year and a half
Not
later,
just that. Once you see gay people moving into your neighborhood, you know the property value about to go up. You already know.
A year and a half later, they start building that shit up and everything. Same thing with Lawrenceville out there in Pittsburgh. Lawrenceville used to be nothing but factories. I said, man, they finna change this shit. That house right there is $50,000. Give it a couple of years. That shit gonna be $250,000. They started doing that. They doing that shit in Baltimore. They starting to kick them out of Baltimore. I'm like, I'm telling y'all, I saw this shit. Y'all don't believe this shit. New York, Chicago, LA, this shit happened to us first. Y'all just getting it last. They gonna kick y'all the fuck out. Same thing happening in Detroit. I know a buddy that owns a fucking restaurant there. They keep raising her rent. Every time she get ready to renew the lease, the rent goes up $1,000. I said, they're trying to get you the fuck out there because they want Detroit back. Y'all ass sat there. Y'all got him out of bankruptcy. Detroit ain't in bankruptcy no more. Now they finna take that bitch right the fuck back.
Fucking, I went to school with a nigga named Ali from Detroit, and he said he was talking to his mom and shit from the time, I think for the 2 years we was in school, or I'm gonna say I think it was the 3 years that he had left his mom's crib. The property value either doubled or tripled. He said at first he had talked to his mom, and his mom was telling him that it was a lot of gay people moving into the neighborhood. And at that point in time, she had disagreed with that, you know, and he was telling her, like, I don't know if that's going to be a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, because gay people generally fix things up. You know what I'm saying? So he said, as time went on and shit, talking to her and shit, I think overall the property value tripled, because he said during the first time he talked to her, the neighborhood, the property value in the neighborhood had already doubled. And his mom, I think she was talking about moving before that, but now she was talking about keeping the house to see how much it was going to go up. So she stayed for a few more years and shit. And I think in the end result, it had almost tripled or tripled. It was somewhere, it was getting close to that point, or it got to that point. And that's when he was, because he was telling her, being at the school, learning more about gay people and shit like that, he was telling her that, what was going to end up happening. So he told her to stay, and she stayed. And they got that result. Got that result when she finally decided to sell or whatever.
But let me tell you how racist, on the flip side, how racist this shit is. I remember in Baltimore, me and the homies, we had a fucking investment group. We all put our money in. We was gonna buy a fucking apartment complex, like 2 blocks from where they were starting to build at, where it was starting to turn nice at. Man, they would not sell us that shit. Mothers had the money, the credit, all that shit. They would not sell that shit to black people. I was like, oh, okay, I see what y'all trying to do.
Is it a motherfucker snoring?
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
that's Ronnie.
I just got the mic kind of close to the fan.
Fan sound like that, dog.
I got
a fan. By fan, you mean your big ass lips?
Yeah, I got it.
What are you talking about? That was the worst fucking excuse ever. Why would you say that?
No. I gotta hit it. Let him finish.
I was trying to be quiet and listen to y'all. I'm listening to the podcast, yo. I'm to be honest with you. I'm just.
I think I pointed out you snoring on 2 separate occasions.
I wasn't snoring. I was trying to play this. I'm playing 2K. Yeah,
let's bring you into this conversation.
Okay.
When was the last time you been down? When's the last time you been home?
Last July.
You notice any changes going on down there?
Yeah, it's bad. Yeah, man. Motherfuckers getting shot, getting thrown out their homes. It was a little better when we was little, but
you want to say what they doing?
Drugs,
they
man.
They finna get all them motherfuckers. Now I'm saying they finna get all them motherfuckers the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
This is what they did in Chicago. They took all the motherfuckers and they dumped them in the opposite hoods. They dumped GDs and Newbreeds and Vice Lord neighborhoods and all these SA neighborhoods. Let motherfuckers fight. Property value go down. Fucking come in there, buy that shit, pennies on the dollar, kicked all their ass out to the suburbs.
Shit, on the south side, they just dropped everybody in Harvey.
Fuck Harvey.
Now look at Harvey.
Fuck Harvey.
What kills
Bro,
me
they
is
took the buildings down.
They don't even knock the buildings down no more. They just kick everybody out of them.
Anybody seen the Hillers lately? Y'all see that fucking? They used to be projects, now they condominiums and shit.
Better know it.
On the real, fucking condos. They look all good. They expanded and shit on the inside. I'm like, damn.
Yep.
That's not the place we was about to move to when I was a kid. They were projects right across the street from the Ickies. Ickies, beautiful school sit right there. And a whole bunch of land that ain't being used for shit just to look like beautiful grass.
That's how it all went down.
Hey, low key though, the 2K20, the story mode did kind of put me to sleep a couple times.
You ain't gotta tell us.
Man.
Shut up, G.
We heard you.
Man. No, nigga. We heard your ass. We heard the shit out of your ass.
You know what?
I'm like, wait a minute, what the fuck is that? Wait a minute. I know, motherfucker. I turned the TV down like.
Yeah, I slipped out for a minute.
This nigga snoring? No,
That nigga was out the game.
Man.
I'm well rested now.
Yeah. Well, shit,
Yeah, he well rested. My ass over with.
On the real.
Kenny, make sure you cut all that out, all right? I pay you good money.
You said leave it
Hey,
in,
man.
Said leave it in, right?
What?
Okay, I'll do that.
It ain't no shame in it, man. There ain't no fucking shame in it. Just mean you working hard.
Yeah, you working, man. Shit. Definitely. All right, man. I got to make this run, though, man. It's been a pleasure talking to your ass as normal, as usual.
Hey, man, thank y'all for having me, bro. It's always a pleasure. I don't be having shit else to do. I swear to God. I've been tortured by a fucking 4-year-old to watch all the Disney classics. So I was glad y'all had a spot for me tonight because I didn't want to fucking watch Mulan. That was it, bro. I couldn't do it. I cut it at Ariel, and she was like, "Daddy, Mulan tonight." I was like, "Daddy gotta work." So I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for having me, man.
You saying that? I guarantee when I get back, your ass still gonna be here talking to these motherfuckers. But all right, man.
I'm about to go to bed, G.
Oh yeah, G got responsibilities. He an adult now.
I know, right?
Grown ups, motherfucker.
Man.
Y'all niggas is nuts.
Oh man. Well, yeah, man. Yeah, it's been fun, man. Y'all got all information. Y'all got my information, man. I'm gonna defer to Chris. As always, check out this podcast. If you don't check out this podcast, you ain't shit as a human being, and you might be racist.
Wow. That was a lot.
Yeah, I'm putting it on him. Prove to me you're not racist and listen to our shit.
Yeah, paint them into the corner.
Like, share, and subscribe, you racist motherfucker.
I guess I gotta listen now.
There ain't no choice here. We ain't giving you no option.